So I've been going to the gym for the last 7 years, and I can only count on one hand the amount of times I've actually skipped the gym for not feeling like it, even though I've stayed consistent throughout all of these years. And it's actually not something to do with genetics. I'm not born with this crazy willpower. In a lot of areas in my life I am really lazy, but in this video I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can improve your discipline and how you can actually stay consistent with the gym so that you can see the results that you want to. So without further ado, here is a video on how to never skip the gym and actually start to enjoy working out as well. We're getting straight to it. Tip number 1 is going to be to have a clear and meaningful goal, and this comes to every single thing you do in your life. If you don't have a strong why for why you are doing something, then you're definitely going to give up as soon as you get the chance to. As soon as you let your emotions and instincts get the best of you, then you're going to give up. So you have to not only have a specific goal. What is your goal? Is it to build muscle? Is it to lose fat? How much muscle do you want to gain? How much fat do you want to lose? How much strength do you want to increase on certain exercises? Know that, be specific, write it down, and make it something that means a lot to you. If you're just going to the gym working out trying to lose weight for someone else, I can guarantee you none of these tips are going to matter. You can just turn off this video right now. Get a goal, write it on a piece of paper, or if you're lazy, use the notes app on your phone or something, but just have a clear goal that means a lot to you and no one else. And tip number 2 is going to be start an enjoyable training routine. So yeah, it doesn't matter what is optimal on paper. I for years tried to find what is optimal to build the most amount of muscle through scientific literature, and since I am very disciplined in the area of working out, I can do workouts I don't really enjoy, but to be honest, it's not the most pleasant. And if you're already struggling with going to the gym and staying consistent, you should scrap what is best on paper, because if you're not going to stick to it, it's obviously not the best in your circumstance. How do you even find like a workout routine that fits for you and that you enjoy? Well, first of all, exclude exercises that you don't enjoy. I know that a lot of people get hate from skipping leg days or not training calves, but you know what? If that's what's keeping you from not going to the gym, I will actually say skip legs, skip calves. I know that's a very unpopular opinion because everyone cares so much about how other people train for some apparent reason. So instead of doing exercises which might are good for muscle growth but you don't even enjoy them, just focus on adding more of those exercises that you actually do enjoy. So at the moment I really do enjoy squat and bench, but I don't enjoy deadlift, so I'm not doing that, and that's totally fine because you definitely don't need it to build muscle. It's a great compound, but it doesn't target one muscle group really well. Like for my hamstrings, I'd rather just do Romanian deadlifts. So yeah, you definitely can just work around exercises and just perform things that you do enjoy. And you know, the training split that you do, how many times a week you go to the gym, that has also a lot to do with enjoying your program. So if you feel like you really enjoy working out, you can train almost every single day, like a 6 days a week push-pull legs, even though I don't recommend that for most beginners. But if you really do enjoy it, and if you are making sure that you are recovering enough and not doing too much volume, then yeah, sure, go ahead. But if you don't enjoy working out as much, I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm somewhat bored of training, especially now that for the most part I train alone and I've been training for many years. I would rather, yes, see good results and train a bit less. So now I'm training actually 4 days a week, and for me that's the perfect sweet spot. So just make sure that you're following a training program that you enjoy, and don't do it because it's the popular thing to do. Just make sure that you're following something that you enjoy and you're much likely to adhere to it. Next up, tip number 3, which is a really practical tip, and that is to track your progression. This is so crucial, and it doesn't matter what your goal is. If your goal is to lose or gain body weight, then you should track your body weight on a daily basis so that you can ensure that you're seeing progress, not only to adjust if you're doing something wrong or if you should change something, but when you're seeing progress, that is such a huge motivator to keep doing what you're doing. Like when I train, if I'm not seeing my strength numbers increase, then training is so boring. But now that I'm seeing good progress on the bench and the squat, I feel so much more motivated to train right now. And since I'm tracking that progress physically on paper, I'm able to actually see and visualize the progress I've made, and it just gives me a very sense of accomplishment, and it just reinforces me doing a good habit, and I feel good about it, so I'm going to continue doing it. So yeah, if you have some strength goals, then it's really crucial for you to track your strength progression for each set, for each workout, for each week, so that in the long run you're going to see a linear increase in your strength. And the same thing applies to your body weight. If you want to gain muscle or lose fat, then you should write down your body weight and track it on a daily basis. Write it in a journal, write it on your notes app, write it in Excel, just write it somewhere where you will be consistent at it. Just make sure that you're tracking your progression in some form, because it's going to motivate you, which is in turn going to make training more enjoyable, which is going to make you stay more disciplined. And now we're moving over to tip number 4, which is probably my favorite out of all of them, and that is to remove friction. If you remove friction, this is the best way of avoiding procrastination, because all procrastination is that you have something to do but you're not doing it. So you're sitting here, and instead of taking action, you're sitting and thinking about it, and you're visualizing the most boring parts of that thing that you don't want to do. You're seeing that dreadful set of squats or Bulgarian split squats that you don't want to perform. So the way to remove procrastination once and for all is to remove all of the friction, to make it easier for you to hit the gym like right this moment, instead of preparing for a long time. Because when you're preparing right before you're going to the gym, then you're going to be having these negative visualizations of going to the gym, so you're going to be thinking about it instead of doing it, and that is what procrastination is. Let me give you a really practical example. I assume that most of you go to school or work, and you probably work out after you've gotten home from that. So when you get home, to remove friction, you're going to have everything prepared beforehand. You're already going to have your gym clothes there, you're going to have a snack ready, you're going to have your earphones or your earbuds or whatever in place. And an even better situation would be if you had your gym clothes and all your equipment that you needed to work out, if you brought that to your car when you headed off to work, or if you brought it in your backpack when you headed off to school. If you already have brought that and can go directly from the school or work to the gym, that is going to remove so much friction, so you won't have time to think about, oh, should I go to the gym again? What do my feelings say? Boo-hoo. No, you're going to go there even if you like it or not, and you're not going to have time to decide. So essentially, proper planning prevents procrastination. So have everything already prepared, know what time you're going to the gym, have everything prepared so that you don't have to think about it, as I've said, and then you head off to the gym. You butterfly, fly. And then the 5th tip, which is going to be to have realistic expectations. You know, in this era when we have TikTok and our attention span is literally 2 seconds, is pathetic. We all are so impatient and we want something right this moment, but that's not how getting stronger or building muscle or even losing weight works. You're not going to see progress on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis, or you probably can if you are a beginner, but in most cases you're going to see it on a monthly basis. People are too impatient nowadays, and they have way too unrealistic expectations because of all these people you see on social media who just increases their strength to like 600 pounds squat like nothing, or just loses like 50 pounds of fat in like 2 months. There's all these crazy videos of people online. I feel like I'm rambling on a bit, but yeah, if you follow these 5 steps, I can guarantee you that you're not going to have any problem whatsoever to actually stick to the gym. And to quickly summarize the points: tip number 1, have a clear and meaningful goal. Tip number 2, start an enjoyable workout routine. Tip number 3, track your progression. Tip number 4, remove friction. And tip number 5, have realistic expectations. There you have it. If you follow these 5 steps, I can guarantee you, you're going to stay consistent, you're going to see great results, and I really wish you the best of luck. And let's start 2022 off strong. I'm really excited about this year, so yeah, let's go. I really hope you liked this video. Like the video if you liked the video, but if you didn't like it, dislike it, and tell me in the comment section below what I can do better to improve. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Magnus, Bulkan, peace, bye.